it's Miranda. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, for the first time, why don't you subscribe? Become the newest member of the Slashed Squad. Here I review products you won't feel guilty buying and do looks you can actually recreate at home, including this one. This is actually a very simple cut crease look that is perfect for the upcoming Independence Day holiday. I don't really have a lot of like patriotic clothing, so every year for 4th of July I usually show my American pride, what's left of it this year, in my makeup. We're not gonna go there. We're just gonna have fun with makeup today, right? Okay. So this is a very fun red, white, and blue look incorporating a lot of glitter, and it's very simple to recreate. We used all affordable products today, so if you want to know how to do this for your own 4th of July party, barbecue, whatever you're doing, just stay tuned. So I'm starting off by using the NYX eyeshadow base in white all over the lid. And I'm going to set that slightly with the Wet n Wild Single in Nutty. Before I move into the color, I'm going to highlight my brow bone using the CoverGirl Peach Punch highlighter. And you can use whatever highlight you're using on your face. You can use an eyeshadow, whatever you want to do, just for a subtle highlight. You don't want it to be too crazy since we're adding so much color to this look. I'm going into the Coastal Scents Hot Pot Single in Vibrant Red, and this is going to be my like transition crease shade. So I'm going to be starting off pretty softly with this red, just because, you know, it's always easy to add, not so easy to take away. Just kind of planning where I want the color, and then gradually we'll build up to more of a bright intensity. And as I'm building up, I'm also blending these edges by just moving the brush in a small circular motion. And each time we add more color to build up the intensity, I'm gonna be focusing first on the outermost part. And this will take a little bit to get to where you want it to be while still staying neat. You don't want this to get too messy, because when red gets messy, it's really hard to salvage. And do keep in mind that we are cutting the crease, so you want this to be high enough that when you do a cut crease, you still have a really good amount of the red showing. If you keep it too low, then once you cut the crease, you're not gonna have as dramatic of an effect. And here's just a tip, because I find myself doing this all the time. If you're applying eyeshadow or eyeliner or anything around the eyes and you find yourself like kind of lifting your brow as you do it, or even lifting with your fingers, make sure to do some checks and kind of come back to resting face before you finish your look, because as you lower your brow or you know, let go of your skin, the shape of whatever you're doing is going to change. So it's just a good thing to remind yourself to, you know, come back to resting face and see, is this still looking like you wanted it to look? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut my crease. I'm using my favorite to do cut creases with, the CoverGirl Outlast All Day Concealer, and just a little Real Techniques concealer brush. Now I'm gonna focus the concealer just at the top to really shape it out. The rest of my lid I'm gonna be putting a glitter primer on, so I don't want too much goop happening on the eyelid. It can get really messy that way, so I'm really gonna try to use as little concealer as possible. I just wanna be able to see the shape that I want. And this is gonna be a full cut crease as well, so we're going from inner corner to outer corner. So with a cut crease, you wanna create the shape just above your normal crease, so that way you'll be able to see that while your eyes are open. And that's why it's recommended that you create at least the outline of your cut crease while your eyes are open, so you can really see where it's going to hit. Great, so I have cut that crease up at the top. I'm just gonna go ahead and pat the concealer down any excess, and then it's time for the glitter primer. So before we put the glitter primer down, I do want to prep my glitter. I'm using the NYX Shimmer Down Pigment, and this is in the shade Platinum, so it's kind of like a white silver. And all I'm gonna do to prep this is tap it out into the cap, so that way it's ready to apply. So I just kind of hit it upside down and let it fall into the cap, so that way we have some glitter to work with. Okay, so I'm taking the NYX glitter primer and I'm gonna be putting that all over the lid, all the way up to where we cut the crease. And again, this is something that I wanna keep on the thinner side. It doesn't need to be gloopy. You don't want it to be gloopy. You can help clean up the edge if you feel like you need to with this. But just make sure we got that all patted down. Okay, so dipping into the glitter, I'm just packing it onto the brush, and then I'm gonna be patting it onto the eyelid. Oh, you know what? Wait, I forgot to put on a shadow shield. Gonna do that really quickly just to help minimize fallout. It'll just catch all the glitter before it ends up on my face. So I'm just focusing on the larger area of the lid at first, and then I'll make my way up to that crease. And there we go, we got a nice shiny eyelid. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and do wing liner in a metallic blue. Now, if you have a gel liner or even a blue liquid liner, that would probably look best for this look, but I could not find any in my collection, surprisingly. What I did find, however, was this waterproof metallic liner from e.l.f. It's in this beautiful metallic blue shade, and that is what we're gonna use to create this winged eye. So if all you have is like a crayon or pencil style liner and you wanna know how to do a wing with it, here's how to do it. All you need is like a pencil brush or like a tiny liner brush and the crayon. So here is how you do it. So first off, we're gonna go ahead and line the upper lash line. I find it a good idea to warm up the crayon first, just so we got it nice and primed and ready. And then we are gonna start creating a little wing. It's not gonna be super sharp, obviously, because this is just a crayon, but do your best to just create the thinnest line you can along the outline of the bottom of the shadow. So here's where we're at so far. I'm gonna go in with the thin brush. I'm just gonna pick up some of the blue onto it straight from the pencil and help create that wing. And then it basically turns into a gel liner. And there we have a wing liner, and we did not even need a pot of gel or liquid, and it's pretty defined. This is a brush from e.l.f. that I really like for this purpose. If there's like a pencil liner that I really want to use for my wing, I always turn to this. I'll leave the link below. Moving on, I do want to tight line though, so I'm just going to take a black liner. This is the CoverGirl Perfect Point Plus, and I'm going to be putting that in my upper waterline just to thicken up my lash line. You could also do this with the blue for like an extra effect, but I just prefer this because it makes my lashes look thicker when it's actually black. Now I'm gonna go back in with the glitter primer from NYX, and I'm gonna be putting that very gently on my lower lash line to add this little pop of blue glitter. Again, we don't want it to be globby, especially under here. We wanna keep it pretty contained. And I'm not gonna be going the full length of my lower lash line. It's just about the first, or outer half rather. And for this we are using the NYX Face and Body Glitter, and this is just called Blue. And we're just stamping it on over where we put that glue. And that's where we want to be. Go ahead and curl your lashes. We're gonna be putting on some big fluffy falsies in a sec. To prep my lashes for the falsies, I'm gonna be using the new CoverGirl Flourish by Lash Blast mascara. It's one of my new favorites for every day, but especially for prepping for falsies, because it really gives this nice defined, separated look. The lashes that I'm using today are from AOA Studio, which you can get at shopmissa.com. I will leave a link below. These are the Natalia lashes, and let me just say I've been using the AOA lashes since like my first haul from Shop Miss A. I'll also leave that video in a card. They are $1 and they're like my favorite lashes now. The Natalia style is very fluttery and dreamy. I also really like the Luella styles, which are a little bit more like wispies and definitely what I gravitate towards the most. But for $1, these lashes are great. I can definitely get about 2 uses out of them. But yeah, I mean, you cannot go wrong. They have multi-packs too. So I'm definitely gonna be using more of these in tutorials coming up because you cannot go wrong. So I'm just gonna apply this off camera real quick and I'll be right back. All right, and this is the finished eye look. No 4th of July look would be complete without red lipstick, and again, we are using NYX. I didn't realize that this was like almost a complete NYX tutorial, but this is the Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick in the shade Kitten Heels. It's just this beautiful classic red that will definitely tie together the look. And here we are. This is a very bold Independence Day look. Definitely one that will turn heads and be just as bright as those fireworks in the sky. If you want to know what I used on the rest of my face, check the description below. I will link everything. Tell me what you're doing for 4th of July. I'm very curious to know. I'm probably not going to be as decked out as this, unfortunately, because my friends and my husband and I are all going kayaking, and we're just going to be picnicking and having a good time and swimming. This isn't quite a swimming type look. But let me know in the comments below if you like how this look turned out. Give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, become a member of the Slashed Squad. If you've done that, high five, hit the bell icon so you know every time a new video goes live. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!